run. Here's Anthony McFarland. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there was a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Hey, quarter.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron.
Roethlisberger's pass.
3 yards the gain there, second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the give, this is McFarland. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Another Steeler.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
No, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Going for it all. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Check, 47. And watch the slant. Easy. Go.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
To Eric Ebron.
Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
25-yard line.
back, and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lock on the give. It's Lindsay. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lock. Open man. He completes it to Judy.
Lock's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's
from the gun on 3rd down. Lock. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Lock. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
A gain of
33 yards that time.
1st down, Broncos.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Steelers 3, Broncos 0.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Complete.
It's a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to launch it for Washington. This is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
The score, Steelers 10, Broncos 0. Chris Boswell, the kick.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Locke. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards.
I know a lot of Denver fans are really excited about the possibilities for Courtland Sutton now that Drew Lock is entrenched as their starting quarterback. Remember, last season, the last 5 games with Lock as the guy in charge, the team went 4-1. I think they'll only get better and better. As for the season, Courtland Sutton had 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns with 3 different quarterbacks. Just put the ball in his vicinity, and he'll make a play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Locke. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
They'll run with Lindsey. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Locke. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos.
Complete to number 14.
Courtland Sutton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Can't do this. 66. Set it. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Take 2 of them. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 26.
On the handoff, it's McFarland. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He was brought down by Alex.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They've got second and 12 from the 36.
Jack 16. Middle. 4-2. Mike 4-2. Here we go.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. 45 to Mike. You. 44. Check. 45 to Mike.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Michael O.J. Mudia. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's second and 10. To throw again. Block. That's going to be caught by Judy. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And it's third down.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3. Block working out of the gun. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Broncos first down.
Block now on first down. This is the tight end Fant. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Again, they'll throw with Locke. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Here's a give to Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Second and 8.
Ball at the 23, second and 8. Operating from the gun, Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
McManus lining up.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45.
Hey, we got 4 now.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
The Broncos.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
On first down, Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
A gain of
A good pickup there, 22.
Broncos first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Jerry Jeudy, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Joe Hayden. A gain of 4. And it's third.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the gun, Locke. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
A gain of 4 yards.
First down Broncos as Locke finds Jeudy. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On first down, Lindsey. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
T.J. Watt.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. This will be caught at about the 6. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The second-year man Locke to the rookie Jeudy for a Bronco first. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw on 2nd down. McDonald complete to Washington. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Steelers 10.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's McDonald. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And it's up and good.
That's the score. Broncos 24. Steelers 17.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st down, Denver.
Block now on 1st down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Melvin Gordon.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down now. It's Gordon. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to K.J. Hamler, the rookie. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Locke. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. On 1st down, McFarland. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass, incomplete, out of the end zone. Kareem Jackson on the coverage.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
You got 3 down, 3 down. Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Check. Easy, easy. Middle.
Now Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game, 24-24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Philip Lindsay, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Joe Hayden. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Shotgun snap to Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45. Monday. 77. Back.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony McFarland with his first career NFL touchdown. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Steelers 34, Broncos 24.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sean Davis with a pick, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Down right around the 25.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for James Washington. Incomplete. A.J. Boye on the coverage.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington there to make the grab. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each.